What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Mug the Dude here, and we are back with another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Hero Colosseum. Dude, as you can see, your boy's face is shaved, your boy's clean shaven. Oh, I can't say I don't like facial hair, guys, but, like, when it comes to a point where it just gets annoying, like, you start drinking water, you start feeling your hair in the water, it's just, like, it's too much, guys. But we're back, hopping back in with the top 10 best defensive unit list. Now, usually, this list would be the top 10 best defensive units. This is what this list is. But if you go to the defensive list, it is actually terrible. There's only like 3 characters you actually run on defensive teams that actually have a high defensive stat, because everybody else that you run on a defensive team, it has low defense outside of Vados and Piccolo. Like, literally. So most defensive teams you see have Vados, have Piccolo, and a wide variety of characters that weren't going to be on the list, and you would be like, Muggs, like, none of these characters are being used. Why are you even throwing them on in the first place? Exactly, my thought too. So Bardock is number 10, guys. Now the reason I put Bardock number 10 is just, it's not even the fact that he's bad. In no way, shape, or form is this guy bad. He's in the top 10. I would put him, like, arguably one of the top 10 best characters in the entire game, but I just think there's so many characters that do more than him that it's hard to make that judgment. Now, I do not have Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, the new one, and I do not have Future Gohan, I do not have Cell, and I do not have the new Kid Buu either. So, none of those characters will ever be on a list because I don't have them. I can't make an assessment on them based on that. Alright, so number 278 Bardock, level max 99, HP is 9840, is fantastic. Attack is 6540, fantastic. Defense is 1120 and speed's 1120. Not great on the speed. Defense is not bad considering if you just run him. Now he has like almost, now he has 1800 defense. It's not bad considering you're probably going to run a Vados with him. Posing skill and Trusted Hope. Place on a trigger square for plus 250 to your attack. Plus 250 to your attack and 170 to your defense. Repeatable and 5% damage taken by all allies and your master if your master's HP is 50% or less. Now, guys, that 250 to your attack and 170 to your defense, that's for everybody, obviously. So everybody on the field, everybody in the game gets that buff. That is fantastic. He goes behind. His trigger squares are bottom, middle, top, right. So his trigger square is one of the best in the game. I think bottom, middle is one of the best trigger squares in the game. If this Bardock didn't have top right and would have, like, bottom, middle, and then, like, maybe top left, or even, like, I don't know. Maybe if you had him top, middle, top, bottom, right, maybe, like, 2 back row slots, that'd be fantastic, because, like, him stealing, him being in a trigger square with Vados, like, him sharing it, I do find that a little annoying, because, like, I have run this dude so many times. There's only one other person, there's only maybe 2 other people that have ran this Bardock more than me, but there's one guaranteed, and that is Sun Santana. And this guy, I know for a fact that he's probably ran into a situation where, like, he wants to put Vados and Bardock on the field, but he doesn't really want, he can't put him in his trigger square for some reason, and he can't put Vados top right because he needs to block or something. There's a situation that I've ran into dozens of times where I can't put him top right because I have Vados and I need to run Vados. Overall, I think the support, fantastic. One of the best. Literally, I have a whole series based on this motherfucker. That's it. And I have to curse for that one because literally it's true. 170 defense, I think that's phenomenal. He's buffing Piccolo. He's buffing anybody literally on your team. He's buffing them. Minus 5% damage taken by all allies and your master if your master's HP is 50% or less. Honestly, I don't know if that's super valuable, but it's happened so many times that it's probably contributed to me tanking or somebody else tanking, so I really can't say it's not valuable, guys. But number 10 is Bardock. Simply ultimate attack is Saiyan Spirit. I don't think I did a single ultimate. I don't think I said a single ultimate attack in my last video. But yeah, I don't think he's bad. I can't call him bad. He's in the top 10. He's one of my favorite characters in this game because literally that buff is so gigantic, guys. Oh, I didn't put a character on the field. Oh, no. Alright, guys, we'll be right back. We're going to do 9 to 10. We're going to do 9 to 1, but I do have to put somebody in here. Alright, guys, we are back. Gogeta Super Saiyan is number 9. I was going to put Super Saiyan Bardock, the new one. I was going to put him on here, but I just don't use him very much, and I don't really think he's that good. I think he goes top left, and I think he goes top left, bottom middle, but to me, like, top left is where you're most likely going to run him because bottom middle is reserved for base form Bardock, and if you don't run him in, I don't even think you can run Super Saiyan Bardock anywhere else, guys, but I can't really get out of the screen because I would ruin the list. Number 264, Gogeta's number 9, level max 99. This dude's, I love this character so much. HP is 8050, attack is 6480, defense is 1530, speed is 1520, poison skill, the strongest fusion is. I just want to say one thing about his stats. HP is crazy, attack is really good considering, 10, like I understand like 10 dupes into his attack and he's only like a little under 65, but like that helps. Like literally any SEC skill buff you give him, I would throw into attack. 1 into defense, like I did. Defensive up SEC, which then puts him at 2200 defense. And then speed is... It's good for a defensive character. Like, you don't want to go first with him, but if you go first with him, his posing skill has something for that. So, I do believe between Gogeta and the Vegito that came out at the same time, these two, I do think Vegito got the better... end of the stick, I would say. Right now, though, Vados is literally running the game with Final Form Frieza, so this dude just got better. The strongest fusion is his posing skill. Place under trigger score for plus 20% to your damage dealt and plus 10% to your damage taken by opponents if you go first. And then this is what I'm talking about when I say he's still super good with Vados and a Final Form Frieza. Minus 20% to your damage taken and minus 10% damage dealt by opponents if you go second. Stacks during that turn only. Guys, I think that's fantastic. Top, middle, bottom right are his trigger squares. I have no problem with any of his trigger squares. I think there's a situation I run into when I run Blue Goku, the second generation Blue Goku, the one that gets the 30% damage buff permanently. They share bottom right, and I find myself wanting to run them together, but you can't because they share literally the same exact trigger squares. But if you run, one of my favorite setups is, even if you don't have a Vados, is this dude top middle, Super Saiyan 4 Goku bottom middle, and then you can run Blue Goku bottom right. And even if you run the HP version, dude, that's so much damage reduction. Like 10% from the Goku, 10% from this guy, and then the Blue Goku takes 10% less damage just being on his own, and then the Blue Goku makes the Super Saiyan 4 Goku hit harder. It's a super good setup, guys, believe me. But this guy with Vados and Super Saiyan 4 Goku is one of the craziest setups because he's lowering their damage up by 10%, and so is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And Super Saiyan 4 Goku is permanent, but like you're guaranteed getting a damage reduction when you damage dealt lowering when you go second with this guy every time, guaranteed if you go second. Then Goku's doing it just off rip, like as soon as he's in his trigger square. So like they're losing 20% turn 1, and then it's 30, and then it's 40, and it's 50. It just keeps going up and up and up and up. First of all, guys, I just want to say I'm in a fantastic mood. It's early, it's 8:30, but I was getting up in Vegas. Technically, that's 5:30 right there in Vegas because Vegas is 3 hours behind. I will be back in Vegas in the next coming month, I believe. I will be in Vegas twice. I'm going to actually be more prepared this time because last time was a little bit of like a you got to go type of situation, and I kind of got a little flustered. I will be preparing videos. I'm gonna buy another flash drive, and I'm gonna make a crap ton of videos because this flash drive that I have, it's covered in wax. I spilled a wax warmer on it. That one's full already, which is insane. So Gogeta's number 9, guys. Number 8. Who is number 8? Who is number 8? Because I kind of want to switch them. All right, guys, we're back. I'm so sorry. I really needed to check the list because I made myself iced coffee after I made the list. Whis is number 8. I thought somebody else was number 8, but I'm glad Whis is number 8 because I was going to switch to those two. But Whis is number 8, guys. Number 68, Whis. An OG character is still... First of all, an OG character is still in the top 5, but 2 very old characters are in the top 5. But Whis, number 68, guys. Level max 99. HP is 8490. Attack is 5250. Defense is 1710. Speed is 2110. Opposing skill, Whis is training. Place under trigger square for minus 30% to all damage taken by allies on the field. Top left is his trigger square. Honestly, I don't have anything bad. Like, it's as a character, Whis is not bad. He's still in the top 10. He's top 8, right? HP, crazy. Attack is actually pretty solid. There's a reason I gave him this, because, dog, Whis has been killing people lately. Like, before I went to Vegas to work, this guy, I was playing Sun Santana, and I think I was playing Legends a little bit too. Yo, they were running an attack Whis, and I have an attack Whis, basically. I have one dupe in his HP. I don't know why I did that. This dude kills people pretty easily. If, like, you throw, like, a Vegito in front of him, Super Vegito, he probably will tank the Super Vegito because you have him and Vados, or even just him. He's going to tank, and then he's going to kill the Vegito because Vegito isn't tanky. But 5,000 attack with a 20% damage buff when you go second is pretty solid, guys. Defense is pretty good, 1710. I can't complain about that. Speed is 2110. You probably wondering, Muggs, why don't you just have the defensive version on here instead of the HP version? Because I don't think the defensive version lasts as long as this guy. Not even close. But the 30% damage taken, minus 30% to all damage taken by allies on the field, phenomenal, right? But the fact that they released Champa then, which then straight up negates this guy, is kind of annoying. People run Champa just as more than people think. His trigger score is top left. I think that's phenomenal. The only issue, like, I won't even include Champa. The only issue I have with this character is they have constantly nerfed him by adding characters that negate this. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Both Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas. Vegeto's been doing it. Janemba's a big one. Janemba does it permanently. SR Baby Vegeta. Yes, I remember that. Considering I don't have any SRs on the account. Like, at all. Or Rs, really. I only save URs, which I needed to make box space for the new update. Which hopefully I'm home for the new update. I just wanted to mention that. That was just a side note. But guys, I do think he's good, but I just think he's constantly been getting nerfed by characters just being added that straight up negate that. Or characters that can't, or characters that ignore that, like Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Like, I think it's actually absurd. I think they did him very dirty. Meanwhile, Vados is flourishing, guys. Flourishing. But number 7, one of my favorite, probably still, I'd put him in my top 10 favorite characters, probably top 5. Dude, I love that they made him good. Because the other version of him, the one that ignores defense, the one that hits like 27,000 attack when you have O1 skills, basically, even on no ult, I still like him better. Number 388, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta. I still think that name is crap, but it's whatever. Level max 99, HP is 7360. Yeah, I do think Super Saiyan Blue is kind of whack. Just throwing it out there. I don't think, like Vegito and all of them, and Blue Gogeta, like, that's cool and all. Like, I have no problem with that. I do not take that away from their character. I just think as a character design and form design, I do believe that could have been done better. HP 7360, attack is 6340, defense is 1200, speed is 2100. Further evolution is his posing skill. Place on trigger score for plus 500 to own attack and speed repeatable. Minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents until the end of next turn. And an additional minus 10% damage dealt by attacked opponents until the end of next turn. Top left and bottom right are his trigger squares, everybody. Sorry, I just had to check my phone to see if I got a text. Waiting for a text message. So, overall, I do believe his HP is good, his attack's good, his defense is a little low, but you're at 2K defense now, cool. And his speed is actually pretty high for a defensive setup, but I like characters that if you can go second in the beginning of the game, perfect. If you can go second later in the game and you need to go second, this is where this guy comes into play because he's gaining 500 attack and speed repeatable. Guys, that is crazy. Like, I don't see how some people aren't. I see more people running this guy, and it's because I've constantly used him. Like, I know Sun Santana has a deck with him now because I have, like, 50 decks with him because he is amazing. Him and Super Saiyan 4 Goku are insane together. And then, minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents placed until the end of next turn. So, the end of next turn, you're going to get that, right? So, you're going to be getting 20% damage dealt lowered. Because he's going to do it this turn, and he's going to do it for the end of next turn as well, which then that 10% will just carry over. So you'll always have like 20, I believe, if that's how that works. But till the end of next turn. And then minus 10% damage dealt by attacked opponents until the end of next turn as well. So I could lower somebody's damage dealt by 30%, guys. But him paired with Super Saiyan, even Super Gogeta, that 20% is enough to just help overall. Plus the fact that he goes bottom right, you could run him bottom right, him Gogeta top middle, Vados top right. Pretty solid defensive setup that is tanky, that can hit hard because this guy hits for like 8K on a character with not a lot of defense, guys. Sustainability is perfect. That guy could be on a bunch of teams together. I have literally, when this video is over, I'm going to show you my box a little bit or show you my teams, and you'll see why I value some of these characters so much because you'll be like, oh, he uses them all the time. I think Bardock, I don't think I have a team with Whis though. So, number 6, this guy. I was debating switching those two, honestly. I still am debating on switching these two. But number 453 and fighting alongside Goku is his opposing skill. Low max 99. HP is 5700. Now, I chose the defensive version over the HP version. And the reason I did that is his attack is ridiculous. HP is 5700. Attack is 6840. Defense is 1460. Speed is 1980. Fighting alongside Goku, opposing skill. Place on a trigger square for plus 350 to your defense, 170 to your speed, and 170 defense to all allies on the field. Gain 170 to increased effects every turn. That's so good. Turn 4, guys. I just want to note this. Turn 4, just do 4 times 170. And can you do turn 5, and then turn 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, until the game's over. This dude makes everybody tanky. And, like, I'm tired of people disrespecting him sometimes because when I play with other people, they just don't use him, or when they use him, they just, like, they get the guy killed really fast. I'm like, bro, like, you don't even know how to use him on the field. Just keep him off the field for, like, a couple turns, and then bring him on the field, and then everybody gets a massive defensive buff, or you could put him on the field every single time. You can put him on the field every single time. You can buff his defense a lot more because him not being on the field will allow his defense to suffer. Him being on the field will not really allow everybody else's defense to suffer, especially if you just run him with Bardock. Like, one major thing, guys, his trigger squares are top left, bottom middle. If this guy did not share a trigger square with Bardock, that would be one of the most broken combos in the game. Like, you can run Bardock with him. Like, you can run him, Bardock, and, like, Piccolo or Vados and just run a 3-lane setup, but I just really don't like that. I like running 2-lane setups without Piccolo. Like, I just don't like Piccolo as a character. As much as he's good, I do not like Piccolo in this game because I still think the fact that he's an OG character and he's running the game and he's snapped. Like, simple. I think this guy's phenomenal. Goes on a bunch of defensive teams. Literally, as you guys have seen, I have gotten so many characters tanky. I've gotten so many characters busted simply due to the fact that this guy just makes everybody tank like a mother, guys. So that is 10-6. We're about to hop into 5-1. I don't think the top 5, I don't think the top 5 should surprise you, like, literally at all. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. Number 205, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I think this guy's top 5. I think he's top 10 in the game overall because he is so freaking stupid. Literally. Level max 99, HP is 7510, attack is 6470, defense is 1440, speed is 1980. Place 100% to your damage dealt, plus 20% to your ultimate attack damage, and then minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents on the field repeatable. Bottom, middle, top right is his trigger squares. Overall, HP good. Attack is insane considering the dude's getting 10% every turn on his damage dealt. Plus the ultimate attack damage. Like, you get an ult with him, you're killing everybody. Even if they have a UI Goku. I've proved that. Go look out the one modders video I dropped where I beat a modder. I believe this guy is the reason I beat him because he threw UI Goku out there, but this dude was on the field for like 3 turns, and I was like, that means like literally nothing. This dude counters that. Hard counters UI Goku with that. Defense is 1440, not the greatest, but I can't say it's bad considering you do this, and now he's at 2 key defense. Speed's alright. So, Crimson Saiyan is his posing skill. The plus 10% is fantastic. Plus 20% is fantastic. But the reason he's on this list is the last part. Minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents on the field. Guys, so I just want to say this. Say they have a setup where it's Vados, Piccolo, and like Vados, base form, Bardock. They have Vados, base form, Bardock, and Piccolo, right? They run that 3 times. they lose 30% of their damage dealt. That's such a huge number. I don't think some people realize that. And, like, some of these characters, once I wait till this list is over and I'll go back, because then you'll realize, oh, Mug's actually kind of right. This dude, he's been snapped since day one. And the person I'm going to attribute this to, shout out to J-Swiss. Because you had a team, I've played him so many times with an OG, with the J-Swiss Classic. Vados, Gogeta, Super Gogeta, and this guy. Or Vados, Piccolo, and this guy. Dude, this setup is insane. I think the longevity, you can literally make the fight go as long as you want with this guy. Not to mention, he's hitting harder. So, like, say the match lasts 6 turns, and this guy's been on the field 6 turns. He gains 60% damage dealt. He's lowered 60% of your enemy's damage dealt across the board, depending on who. Like, Vados could have been on the field 3 turns for that. 30. Piccolo could have been on the field 4 turns for that. He lost 40% of his damage dealt. And then don't forget the 20% ultimate attack damage. You won't really get that as much unless you have the speed version and you're going for like an 0-1 skill nuke situation, and you're like doing it for fun on free battle, which personally that's what I would do. But number 5, Dragon Fist Goku. I just think, does anybody want to put a God of Destruction outfit on him when he does that pose? Like, comment down below if anybody's thinking the same thing. Dude, whenever I see it with, like, maybe it's his wrist cuffs, too. His wristbands. But, like, I'm thinking it's, like, I just think he's a God of Destruction. So, number 4. I hate him. I hate this guy so dang much, dude. I don't use Piccolo in any way, shape, or form anymore. I do not. You could put the HP version here. You could put the speed version. You could put the defensive version here. Doesn't matter to me. Number 46, Piccolo. Level max 99. HP 7090. Attack is 3910, defense is 2800, and speed is 2200. Don't ask why I put the dupes. I don't know what it's an OG figure. OG figures in the game. I had no idea what I was doing. I literally hopped into this and I was like, this game looks fun. That's it. Like, literally, the game looked fun. Opposing skill, bracing for impact. Place under trigger score for plus 350 to your defense, repeatable, and plus 5,000 to your master's defense, stacks during that turn only. Top middle is his trigger square. Guys, I literally don't need to explain why this guy is so broken. Him going top middle allows your entire team, and it allows your master to tank, like, better than any character in the game. Him plus Vados is snapped. Him with O2 skills. Snapped. Because, like, you can literally run. There's a reason I think he's the most boring character in the game, but one of the best characters in the game. Because you can run him by himself and get a couple turns out of him, and nobody can stop you. I want to give a shout out because I did see a YouTube comment out of the corner of my eye. Shout out to Wolfie XD. Hey, dude, first of all, I love this comment. I'm gonna like this comment in the middle of the video. Shout out to you, brother. Damn, remember back in 2018, Mug didn't have a beard or mustache. Now he has. They grow up so fast. Well, now I'm babyface, but hell yeah, they do, brother. I love you, Wolfie, actually. Shout out to you, brother. That actually made me feel good. Actually, good way to start the day. Besides recording and iced coffee and water. Number 46, Piccolo. What else is there to say besides, like, you literally, I call him the cheapest character in the game besides Toa and Final Form Frieza. Maybe Vados can be in there too, guys, but number 3 is Piccolo. There's really nothing else to say. You guys know why I hate this character. Number 2. Oh, no. You're 4. Oh, you're 4. I'm sorry. Number 3, Final Form Frieza. Number 535, Final Form Frieza. Level max 99. HP is 6710. Attack is 6230. Defense is 970. Speed is 2800. Opposing skill, Instinctive Action. These skills are amazing on him. Place under trigger score for minus 10%. Defense and 15% speed to all opponents, minus 5% to opponent's ultimate attack gauge at the end of the turn when going first, and then when going second, this is the broken part, minus 15% attack, minus 10% speed to all opponents, minus 10% to opponent's ultimate gauge at the end of the turn. Top, middle, bottom right. Guys, him and Vados are so broken together. First of all, if you run double Final Form Frieza and a Vados, literally there's nothing the enemy can do. The team is broken. Because Vados is lowering their attack by 30%. He'll lower it by another 15, which is 45. And then say you have a second one. Now you're lowering their attack by 60%. UI Goku literally will lose more than half of his attack, and he will no longer hit hard ever. So him plus Vados already is the most broken combo in the entire game. Bar none. Him, Vados, and Toa broken together. I don't want to say shout out to Legends because I know Legends as a team with him, I think 2 Friezas, a Toa, and I think Videl, but I don't know who the other one is. I forget who the other one is. It could be Piccolo. It could be somebody else, completely different. And he runs once I see that team, I stop playing because I'm like, bro, seriously, dude, like that team's so snapped. Look at this. Look at this. They gave him a fucking paragraph, bro. They gave him a paragraph. Like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. A little longer, but not too much. This guy gets a whole paragraph. Now, I would say one of the most unspoken, now there's a negative to him, is if you go first, like, you're going to lower their defense, which is good because then you'll be hitting harder and you'll be lowering their speed again. I just wish it was defense and attack rather than speed and defense. I wish it was attack and defense. Either way, I would rather, even if you lower it to 5%, 5% attack and defense rather than a gigantic 10 defense and 15% speed. Like, bro, what? Like, look at how big those numbers are. Usually it's 5. Like, I would give 5%. That's how I would have balanced this guy. But I think the most unspoken thing that actually is underrated about this character is minus 10% to opponent's ultimate attack gauge at the end of turn when you go second, and then minus 5% when you go first. Dude, I think 10% is so good, you're never getting an ult if you go second with this guy. They're never getting an ult, ever. He beats 01 skill stupid-ass tricks. He does, and I hate 01 skill teams because I think they're corny and I think they're whack. No offense to anybody that runs them. They work and they win games. If you beat me with them, GG, just know I'm talking some shit. But he's number 3, guys. Number 2, well, number 2 is her. Number 1 is her. Number 2 is Vados, guys. Now I'm going to show you my box, and I'll explain why. Oh, I do have a Whis team. What the fuck is this team? Where? What? Oh, no, that's literally the list. Ha! That's the list. I completely forgot. These 2 are the lists. So, 10 to 6, 5 to 1. Look at my list. Is there a theme here? Vados, Final Form Frieza. Oh, I do have a Whis setup. Whis. Vados. You're never going to see Toa. I just want that to be noted. Besides that. This is probably my favorite team in the game still. But this guy, on this team, because these 2 together are good. Just this whole team together is good, honestly. I would really say that's probably my best team. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, again. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, again. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, again. If, honestly, you could make a case for him being the best defensive unit in the game, psych. It's Toa. So, Vados, guys, you can see why she runs the game. Minus 30% attack to all opponents. Top right is her trigger square. Look at those stats. She's insane. Like, her stats aren't what make her good besides her defense. It's the 30% attack. It's really what it is. And then the top right trigger square, I can't complain about it. Her only having 1. If she had 2, I generally would think they would need to just release every character in the game possible to counter her. And then you have her, the demon, Toa, number 350 Toa. HP is 11,500. Attack is 3180. Defense is 1960. Speed is 1580. Posing skill, Shapely Scientist. Place on trigger square for plus 500 to your speed value. And then to swap attack and speed values of one random opponent on the field. Repeatable and restore 50% of allies' attack and master HP, but greatly reduce ultimate attack damage dealt when 1 is activated. Bottom left, top middle. The only reason she is the most snapped character in the game is the attack and speed swap, which is like, will ruin, makes you crap, makes you actually better, makes you crap, makes you better, makes you crap, makes you crap, makes you crap, makes you crap, makes you better, oddly chance that you're good, and then, I don't know why I stood up, don't ask me, and then makes you crap as well, guys. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. I just really had to stand up. I don't know why. Like, comment, and subscribe as always, guys. So this is the list. Toa's the bet. I think Toa is top 3 best characters in the game. Because when she is on the field, and the other team uses her and she gets lucky, this guy becomes the worst character in the game. She makes the best characters become the worst characters in the game. Like, at least with Bardock, you have a fighting chance sometimes if they don't have Final Form Frieza. But, like, come on.